I remember something called The Puppet Master. I was in grade 5, and I was a really tall and like big child. So I was never sort of playing the like, princessy roles. And I was cast as the male lead, the villain in this production. I was the puppet master.
Nice.
Wow.
So that
Title
was,
character. First off the
well,
bat. That's awesome.
yeah. I think probably being the tallest and, already having probably the deepest voice at the school probably had something to do with it. But yeah, the puppet master. And I think the drama teacher's name, Mrs. Brown, was the drama teacher at my school at the time. And I believe she wrote it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
Good
Do you know where
chunky
she is now?
monologues for you, just to feast upon.
Yeah, some real meaty material. I can't even really remember the like synopsis of what the production was. All I know is that I was the bad guy and I was like controlling these characters in this fantasy world. I know there was a prince, I know there was a princess, like
Was there a moment in the show where you were like, now I have control of you? Yeah? Oh God, that's awesome.
Oh, I'd be lying if I was like, you're on stage and you can feel the reaction. I know comics talk about this all the time. It's like, that's what's feeding you, and that's what's giving you that desire to keep going, and to, make it a life's passion. And definitely there was like a moment in my like 10-year-old brain where I was like, oh, these people are all watching me and they're laughing and they're enjoying it. I'm going to do this forever.
That's great. I love that.
But you didn't do it forever,
No.
but you did continue to work in the business. Do you remember what was your first professional paid gig in the industry, period?
Oh my gosh. Professional paid gig. I wasn't paid all through school, obviously, to do school productions. I would say, I think probably when I started working at Alliance Atlantis and just, regular 9-to-5 employment working there, in the finance department. So, but Alliance Atlantis at the time was like just such a unique and cool experience. It's unlike any other sort of office environment that I worked in subsequently from that, in that everyone was really young, everyone felt very hip, and it's like you knew you were working on something that was just vital and very cool. I had a lot of close connections with like the film distribution company. I think at the time CSI, the original iteration, was like the biggest show that we were part of. And, we had a lot of Oscar winning films that we were distributing at the time. So there was always sort of this buzz about the office. Everybody just always was excited and happy. I remember, oh my gosh, this was the films that were going on at the time were the Lord of the Rings movies.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so, everyone obviously super stoked to be any part of that production. And I remember for Christmas one year, they rented out a movie theater and took everybody to see the movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did they? Was it like a screening where you got popcorn and wine and all that? Oh, yay! That's great.
Yeah. It was very cool. Like it just, like I said, and I think it probably is like a function of like my age at the time. I was early 20s, and everybody who I felt like, at least everybody who was working there was sort of in the same boat. This was all our first jobs, and we were all just really excited to be there. And, but it was definitely a great first experience into the industry, in that it, even though I was only working in finance, I sort of saw every aspect. I saw what everybody was working with, and I was friends with people who were working in all the different departments. So I, knew how promotion and publicity was working. I knew how the distribution was working. I had friends, who were reading scripts of some of these movies years before they were being made, and, talking to and meeting with producers and directors and stuff. So it was a really cool time.
Was there a film or a script that you saw while you were at Atlantis that you ended up seeing later on as an agent that you were like, okay, no, you have to go for this. I read this. I know this.
No, unfortunately, nothing like that has happened.
No, fair.
No, they didn't trust the, the finance clerk with reading the scripts at that time.
Oh, well, too bad for them.
Right?
But
Missed opportunity.
I'm sure they trusted you enough to invite you to the fancy parties, though, right?
Right? Exactly.
That's really cool, and I'm sure that has really informed your relationships and your advice and your ability to manage and be an agent, to know sort of the overarching workings of the business and the behind the scenes, because a lot of people don't know, especially as actors. We know the on camera stuff and like the actorly stuff, but we don't really understand how things actually get made, or how things get pitched, or how they get distributed afterwards. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I would definitely say it was an invaluable experience, and working at Alliance Atlantis and then subsequently at Chorus, I mean, much of the same, working in the legal department there, just meeting with producers and sort of getting a real keen understanding of like how shows are pitched, how shows are selected, what the development process is like, all these steps that happen way, way, way before an actor ever sees a script, ever auditions for it. It really informs the way that Morgan and I both run Grand Wave, and, how we represent our clients. I think having that background experience is invaluable. I would never have traded, I know it sounds weird to say, working as an office drone 9 to 5, 5 days a week was exciting, but it truly was. I mean, I did feel like I was learning things all the time.